Guru is Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. Guru as Brahma plants the seed of Bhakti. Guru as Vishnu nourishes the creeper of Bhakti. Guru as Maheshwara destroys all obstacles in the path of Bhakti. Guru is not different from Supreme Lord. To that Guru I offer my obeisances. Everybody. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायणाय नामिने। नारायणं गुरुं वन्दे शरणं भक्तबान्धवं गौरवनो विष्णुं पूर्णं राधादास्यं प्रदायकं रूपानुगाचार्यवर्यं रूपमञ्जरी प्रेष्ठकं पतितपावन बान्धवा युगाचार्य नारायणं श्रीकृष्णलीला कदनेषु दक्षं आधुर्यमौदीय गुणैश्च युक्तं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषं महान्तं नारायणं त्वं शिरसा नमामि। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भजामि राधाम् अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधाम् मधुरस्मितास्यां वदामि राधां करुणावरद्रां ततो मम न्यस्ति गतिर्न कापि भक्त्या विहीनाम् अपराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्ता च कामादितरङ्गमये कृपामयी त्वं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। So what is the name of the topic today?
Happiness in Fool's Paradise.
So what do you see there in the picture? Disneyland or something? Okay, very good. All right, now before I get into that one, I want you to ask something. Of all these three, can you tell which one is the real gold?
The one in the corner.
Here you go. One in the which one? Right corner?
B.
You only tell the name. A, B, C. The answer is none. It looked like gold. Can you now tell me these two are same? Yes. Do these two are same, right? No. The one you see on the left side worth only $50, and the one on the right side worth $500,000. It was really found out in California. Okay, so that then it was a nugget that they found in California, and they sold it for how many? $500,000. Actually $465,000. Okay, so that means, but we can't really tell the difference. But you are not the only ones. Many great personalities got fooled. Our very first fooled person is Sir Martin Frobisher. He got really excited by his founded on one island. He got other people also excited too. They all gave him money for another voyage because he was really going through all different worlds. And you know that was his his job. Then he returned to Canada and shipped hundreds of tons of what? Yes. And then news came to Queen. Even Queen got the news. So she gave from her personal pocket so much of money. And he shipped another 1400 tons of it to the Queen. But what later found out the truth? Were they happy about it? Now, the next one in the line is Captain John Smith. He was mad on this gold. Yes, you all might go really. Yes. And the whole Jamestown were all full of gold mad because of him. And he used to row to Potomac and buying from the tribes. They were overjoyed. Why? Just for this one, they are getting some very good money now. Because they know it is actually not worth. But they are all selling. But then the captain and everyone else, when they found out the real truth, oops, they were not happy. I will put one more. Jacques Cartier, a great explorer, he discovered this, he was really very fascinated to discover golds and diamonds. So in fact, he got hold of a rich man called John Francois. And then happily, he really brought to France so much of what? Then they discovered they were merely common quartz and pyrite. Alas, they were sad. Now, today, we are seeing a lot of very, very wonderful things. In 2015, you have the Google Glass. It's cool, man. Fantastic experience. Except for the uncanny feeling that everyone is probably staring at you when you are using it. And now, in fact, Mishra ji also has one. This is Apple Watch. Yes, you can receive and respond to notifications in an instant. Track your daily activity. Control your music by your voice. Pay for your grocery just like that. Important information are always just a raise of your wrist away. Oh man, you should have one, you should have one. Now, this is a virtual reality headset. Oculus Rift. It has a potential of changing the whole gaming industry forever and rob all your time away from your real. And now, hooray! These new televisions can display movies with resolution 4 times bigger than HD TV. But all these inventions really sound really fantastic. But when Arjuna helped one Asura in winning his war, that Asura gave a reward back to him. Oh Arjuna, you asked me, and I can teach you how to make these wonderful machines and wonderful technologies, and it will be so amazing. I can teach you. If you say yes, I can do it. You know what Krishna said? Arjuna, forget it. Don't even think about it. Why? We are going to find out. In fact, all the inventions, Einstein was even predicting something funny is going to happen. Read, can somebody read that? Yeah, louder.
I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots.
Idiots. Okay, say the thing louder.
I fear that day technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots.
Idiots. And where are these idiots? So where are the idiots? Yes, you can see. Look at it. You really just go out, especially airport or wherever you want. You can actually see all these idiots. And this is supposed to be a get-together. What is going? Yeah, it's a get-together. Yes? Yeah, it is get-together. But where are they?
They're all on their phones texting each other.
Yes. The cell phone addiction. College students spend an average 9 of 9 hours a day using their cell phone, except Google Bhajan children. we have a college student right here. And how do they spend? Yes, 9 hours on internet cell phone, and then 8 hours of texting, and sleep. They can't even find time to sleep and eat, only 6 hours, and school work how much?
0.75 hours.
45 minutes.
And family 20.
And then for the family,
15 minutes.
what do? Even when they are driving, this is what they do. And this driver is, she's already in her paradise. Very soon, she will be in the jail. That is another paradise. Because there is somebody walking, somebody is crossing, she is not knowing it. And did you see the person who really, in fact, she really tied the cell phone, this is one of the old-fashioned phone, on the ear. See that, how addicted? And all your homes, what are they do? All the sockets are now I think the home should be really probably making 50 sockets or something. Why? You have to charge the phones now. Isn't it? It's really getting like that. Even husband and wife. You have apps everywhere. Putting your phone away, see, look at here again. What do you read? Putting your phone away and paying attention to those talking to you. There is an app for that too. It's called respect. So the fools, we are becoming an addict. And those are the times, where the times. They are really talking about, all the computers and everything is going to really save us a lot of time. That is now the biggest joke of the century. Computers and mobile were invented to save our time. Is it true?
No.
More I use time-saving devices, then less time I end up in having. It was so good when Apple and BlackBerry were just fruits. Isn't it? Look at here. See? Now, these smartphones are like new cigarettes. Look at that guy. He is eating in the kitchen. What is he looking at when he is eating? And somebody is selling that devices also so that you can just put your smartphone right there and keep eating, and then at the same time you are chatting or watching whatever you want to do. It is addict. See, whole life runs around smartphones. Do you know who is Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
Who is that?
He created Apple.
And what did he invent?
Smartphone, but the trees.
iPad. You know what he said? Steve Jobs banned his children from using an iPad. Who made the iPad? He. See, look at here now. My kids accuse me and my wife, me and wife, of being overly concerned about tech. And they say that none of their friends have that same rules. That is because we have seen the dangers of technology firsthand. I have seen it in myself. I don't want to see that happen to my kids. Yeah?
The guy who invented TV didn't let his kids watch TV because he said it was useless.
See, look at here. And they are doing for others. Right? Isn't it? And now, not only this one, this is only one side of it. And the other side in our life is the soap opera. Right? Everybody, get hooked into and some soap opera, because I remember once a family visited and they were telling, those days recording was, not done or something. And then they would say, I did not really listen to yesterday because I was on the drive and, okay, do you know anybody who really watches? Luckily my wife did not watch that. That's it. So he was asking, calling and to find out what happened in that episode. But what do they get there? Read the cartoon. Soap operas are a great time saver. Why? You don't have to get married and have your own problems. Yeah? Zaha? Okay. And now also our own senses. Our tongue is another uncontrollable sense. How much is he eating? And yeah, that's correct. And this is what we call couch potatoes. Yes? But everyone has their freedom of life. They can choose any way they want. So that is their choice. But look at the dangerous situation. Is it really adding anything to what we are doing here? All these things, in any way, is it really doing to what we really do? I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool paradise. They are trying to be in a cool's paradise, but they are actually in the fool's paradise. I chat on my many phones. I surf the internet so many times. I watch YouTube. I watch MyTube. I watch many late cool movies. I have my Facebook up to the tip. I have WhatsApp way to gossip. I chat, gossiping all day. I spend all time wonderful way. I eat dead and microwaved food. I drink soda for my tongue's good. I eat and drink. Sitting on the couch all my day. Watching sports and soap is my life. Without it, how I spend my very life? No time. Really no time. Even for my own homework also there is no time. Just because Masterji asked me to chant, I just touch on my tiny little beats, that's it. I wish I chant. I wish one day, before the day, that I will die. I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool very cool paradise. I sat on my many phones. I surfed internet so many times. I sat on my many phones. I surfed internet so many times. I watch YouTube. I watch MyTube. I watch many late cool movies. I watch YouTube. I watch MyTube. I watch many late cool movies. I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool paradise. I am in very cool paradise. I have my Facebook up to the TV. I have WhatsApp made to my cousin. I have my Facebook up to the TV. I have WhatsApp made to my cousin. I chat, driving all day. I spend all time wonderful day. I chat, driving all day. I spend all time wonderful day. I am in a cool paradise. I am in a cool paradise. I am in very cool paradise. I am very cool paradise. I eat dead and microwave food. I drink soda for my tongue's good. I eat dead and microwave food. I drink soda for my tongue's good. I eat and sitting on the couch all my day. I eat and sitting on the couch all my day. I am in the cool paradise. I am in the cool paradise. I am in very soap is my life. Without it, how I spend my very life. Watching sports and soap is my life. Without it, how I spend my very life. No time, no time, really no time, even for my own homework too. No time, no time, really no time, even for my own homework too. I am in a good paradise. I am in a good paradise. I am in very good paradise. I am very good paradise. Just because Master P asked me to chant, I just touch on my tiny little head. Just because Master P asked me to chant, I just touch on my tiny little head. I wish I can, I wish one day, before the day that I will die. I wish I can, I wish one day, before the day that I will die. I am in the fool's paradise. I am in the fool's paradise. I am in very fool's paradise. I am in very fool's paradise. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare all those people who spend all their times like this, where will they end up? Do you think Krishna will come and then at the time of death? How many of you think? No way. Who will come then? Yeah, last week we really covered some really very powerful gulu you can really use so that Yama cannot really even take it from, like from your body, right? Will that work?
No.
Nothing is going to work. So you will end up in meeting Yama. But even at that time, you don't want to miss your computers. Isn't it? Look at that the picture. They try to drag, but that, no way. I don't want to come anywhere. I just want to see internet, chat and all these things. So now, it is up to us to make a life in this very life, which is very, very rare to get. Very rare to get. If you look at our life, see, look at how complex things that God has really given to us. And the goal of that is to realize and understand Him and go back to Him. That is the purpose of our human life. If you see how our life is here, you just watch this video.
A fetus develops in the womb. It's an astonishing 40-week journey from a single cell to a baby ready to be born. Its body is a miracle of microscopic design. Tiny, perfectly formed organs, each made up of billions of perfectly functioning cells. At the moment of birth, everything changes. The physical link between mother and baby is broken for the first time. Just hours old, we know almost nothing about the world. Mother's milk is much more than the ultimate superfood. It also protects us from hidden danger. Outside the womb, bacteria are everywhere, invisible and potentially deadly. Our day-old skin is under constant attack. There are 10 times more bacteria than human cells in and on our bodies. Our immune systems aren't developed yet, so we can't fight infections for ourselves. Amazingly, our mother fights them for us through her milk. 1 year old. We're mobile, nearly 4 times our original height, 21 times heavier. We've digested 9,000 tons of food. Our hearts have beaten over 1 billion times. Our lungs have drawn over 200 million breaths. Now, with puberty behind us, we're ready, in mind and body, to become adults. As we get older, the number of mitochondria dwindles, and we lose the ability to metabolize fat as efficiently. Too many calories and a drop in metabolic rate can be a lethal combination. Stress also plays a damaging role. Middle-aged life is stressful. Holding down a job and raising teenage kids. Stress is exhausting, but the damage doesn't stop. The aging process accelerates. Our 60s come and go. Our kids leave home, and we leave work. We enter a new phase of life. Old age. Our cells and DNA become more and more damaged. Repair systems fail. Every time one of our cells copies itself, it loses a tiny piece from the end of the DNA. After billions of cell divisions, the end section is gone. Our cells can't divide anymore. Eventually, our organs fail. Even with a healthy lifestyle and the best medicine, death is unavoidable. Death, like life, is a biological process. Scientists believe that near the moment of death, our bloodstream is flooded with endorphins, the body's natural painkillers. Now, starved of oxygen, tissues can't function. Within 10 seconds, the brain's electrical activity drops. Hearing is the last sense to go. It can take 24 hours for our skin cells to stop dividing. Its final impulse.
You understand? This is why there are 8.4 million kinds of species. Depending on what your mode, That is what is going to determine what kind of body you are going to take. So we are all born. We are all new. So we have green everywhere. Isn't it? When you are driving, all right, you want everything completely green and green and green and green, but that's not the life. You will end up in seeing, some signal where? Yeah, amber. You may be trying to pass through. That is what is called the disease stage. Cancer, asthma, diabetes, whatever it is bound to come, depending on how you live also. So these kind of diseases, you know how many kinds of diseases are there, by the way? In fact, I worked in a system where I was really managing these ICD. More than 155,000 kinds of diseases. Do you understand? And now, because right now, you are all thinking that, nothing is going to happen. No, as you saw in the video, you are going to be older. And all this the old age is going to ask you, will you marry me? But you say no. But can you avoid? No. You will get married. No one can escape. This marriage is bound to happen. And then, eventually, as you really saw in the video, what happens? Now the red signal, you have to finish. You have to stop. You cannot keep going anymore. So, can anyone avoid dying? It is bound to come. How many of us really feel that we all will die one day? Yes. Because nobody in this world, even including Lord Brahma, cannot live forever. Do you understand? When Hiranyakashipu was asking the boon that, first thing you asked was, I should not die. But Brahma, he said, even I am supposed to die. How can I really give you a boon like that? That is why he was really trying to manipulate all those things there. So, our body will be thrown out. Just like that. It will become ash and it will be part of this earth again. And we are now history. All your soap operas, all your gold, all your money, all your fame, all your degrees, whatever you really earned, nothing is going to come with you. In fact, I was in Bombay. I was living in Borivali and then I moved to Kandivali. Those who know Bombay may know that. A very old lady was trying to cross the train tracks. By the way, do you know? Every year in India, 15,000 people die every year just by crossing the rail tracks. You see somebody running there? You see somebody? So, here there was a school girl. I just happened to see. So there was an old lady, she was really trying to cross, very, very tough. So then she, very carefully let that old lady to really pass through without any problem. But then she was so happy, He looked at me. Oh yeah, I really want to do like this in my life. Yes, that is very good you have done. But only thing is that you are only 50% intelligent. Why is that? Why only 50% intelligent? I am intelligent. I did intelligent things. The thing is, if you did not realize that the same thing is going to happen to you also, and there will be some girl or some small child is supposed to really take you and then cross it. Make you to cross, isn't it? Did you think about that at that time? No. That means you are only 50%. So our intelligence is like that. Because when we are young, we will never think that we are going to be what? Having any disease. We are going to have old age and we won't be thinking that even we are going to die. But we have been dying. Actually we have been dying and being born again and again. How many times? Millions and millions. And being as part of the Gokul Bhajan and Vedic studies, and having all the knowledge, it's a time for really put an end to this endless cycle called, what are the 4 things that I really showed on the video? Yeah? Yeah, another one?
These are the four miseries in this world. No scientist can ever solve this problem. Lord Brahma cannot solve the problem. You know, even in Indraloka, everybody gets garland, very beautiful garland when you go there. Okay? But then, you are taking all the rights and everything, but then one day, your garland will lose the color. It will become dry. It's not fresh anymore. That time, that residents of the Indraloka will feel their money is gone. They are about to be finished. So eventually they will also, will leave the body, and the body will be eaten by who? Asuras. So meat eaters are there also. Asuras will eat the body. Okay, this is another thing. Yeah, they love to, because even here in the human, here also, so many people are eating meat. Cannibals are there. Now, when we die, no guarantee that we will we'll get another human being, because there are 8.4 million kinds of species. We may be a worm, or a cockroach, or a pig, or a dog, anything. Now I have a question. Who wants to be born again? Neha said yes. Yeah. These are all real. Just because we are not seeing all these things. Look at here. This is happening. Now I have a question. Now you are seeing the truth. I am putting a big question. Will a Krishna devotee give you blessing to have a comfortable, disease-free and worry-free life in this world? I want the answers.
No.
How many are saying no?
No.
A Krishna devotee will never give that. You understand? But what about others? They are all Swamiji's blessing. They are not Krishna devotees. You understand? Why is that? Now, I will tell you a small example. When Srila Prabhupada was just doing Nagara Sankirtan on the street, it was going very nicely. And there was a rich man, businessman. He was really coming in Bombay. And then he really, just touched the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and then asked, Oh Swamiji, give me some blessing. So Prabhupada looked at him. What kind of blessing you want? Blessing, like all the Swamiji, blessing? You know what? If you really want my blessing, I want you to share and take the chanting beads and come with me on the street chanting the Lord's name like that picture. That is the best blessing I can give. What happened? That businessman, without even turning back, ran it. You understand? This is Krishna devotee. Why? Because a Krishna devotee never wants you to drink poison. Will you? Will he give poison? No. Why is it poison? Because remember that drama that we really did quite some time back. When Krishna was really going along with Narada Muni, because Krishna felt thirsty, and there was one rich house. That guy did not even give water. And what was the blessing that Krishna gave? You be the richest here. That was the blessing he gave. But then why then? There are so many Atta living, this living, so many things are there. All humbug. They are cheaters. So anyone who educates you, or tell you, or blesses you to attempt to be happy in this material world is simply cheating. Why is that? Tell me. Now you know the real meaning. Why? Yes.
Because you can never be happy in the material.
Correct. That's number one. Another one. Yes. See, you cannot be happy because Krishna says, "This is Dukkhalayam." Why are you going there without me? Rather than being with me, why are you going there? It's Dukkhalayam. The question is why the Krishna devotees will never give you the blessing for a comfortable life in this life.
Because they're not free. Because if they preach out, they only preach out good things about the Lord. Because they're not selfish and just want to preach to their self and not to the others.
Okay.
So they always say the right things.
Okay, they are saying the right thing. Very nice. Good, good. She gave a very nice lecture. Very nice. It's good. Because Krishna devotee wants everyone to really go back to Krishna. But people are not like that. In fact, in my own very life, because I used to go to a temple, and we used to have our own driver, a front driver here, because not our car, he really, he takes us. So we went there and we parked outside. And then, okay, driver, why don't you really come in? He said, no, I am not going to come. This God is merciless. Oh, why is that? You know what? Last time when I came, I really parked here and then I told, Muruga or whatever that, Muruga, the thing, because the thing is, parking, you have to pay some money. Okay, he doesn't want to do that also. Okay, so he said, "Oh Muruga, please help me so that there is no ticket." So he said he went, and when he came back, there was a ticket. Then he said, "This God is not powerful, so I am not going to worship this God anymore." So he never comes to that temple anymore. You understand now? People are like that, but Krishna is not like that. All right, go and then suffer. Yeah, whatever the gods you want to worship, you worship. Go get lost. Go to their planets, their system. Don't come to me. Why? Because they are not interested. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, what does it say? What does it say? Deva. Yandi Deva. So those who really go back there. But people even translate. Oh yeah, he says all the like the rivers, all the everything will eventually reach Krishna. No, where is it saying? It's talking about the prayers. The prayers, if I give prayer to my Gurudev, he gives the prayer to his Gurudev and goes on and finally reaches Krishna. So when you pray to a God, because they are also part of the Anga of Krishna, so they will eventually give, that because it has to go to him. So the prayer goes, not you. It's never said in Bhagavad Gita, but people are really mistranslating. And our life, it's just like a bubble. In one of the millions and millions of bubbles that are happening in the ocean, and it comes. How much time a bubble really stays there on the top of the ocean? Can you tell me? Few seconds. Our life is actually similar to that. Because if we talk about millions and millions of births, it is nothing. And this is one of the births we are really going to do. So now we saw Krishna. Now I was telling about who is going to give you blessing, what kind of blessing, who is best then? Yeah? His devotees. He himself says that. You understand? Now, but everybody is trying to catch happiness. Everyone wants to be happy. We say happy birthday. We don't say, sad birthday. No. Happy birthday. Happy holidays. Happy Halloween. But where is the real happiness is the question. I am going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, nobody knows how long ago that time. There was a princess, a king and his daughter. So once a merchant, he brought a very nice sparkling jewel. Very sparkling jewel. Amazing. It was really very, very difficult to get that. Very rare jewel. So the princess, as soon as the merchant came to the palace and then showed, princess was jumping on, I want. So the king bought it for her. But then, whenever these princes used to really go and then wherever, she always carries the jewel. The jewel was glittering. And even when she was really going to take bath nearby in the lake, she used to take. But once when she was really doing it, there was a crow sitting on the tree near the lake. It saw that she was really keeping the jewel in the cloth. And when the queen, the princess was really taking bath, this crow came down and took the jewel and ran away. So the princess was not happy when she found out that the jewel was gone. So she came back and told her dad, oh, my jewel is missing. I want that. Then the king said, I can buy another one. Why are you worrying about that? He said, no. Sometimes people are so adamant. I want only that one. As if, it has something there, whatever it is. But, adamant. I want that. So the king gave an order to everyone in the whole country. Go out and then search for the jewel and bring. And whoever brings that jewel back, they will get the reward. So everybody was going, trying to find. But finally, somebody he found. It was amazing. They were searching, and this man has really found, and he could see that jewel glittering from the water of the lake. So he swam inside to really get that one, to really reach it. He tried, but every time when he tries, goes, and then he'll be disappearing. He's not able to see that again. So he returned back, and he went again next day. He's saying, okay, now I'm really going to, have my breath control, everything, did all the pranayama, everything or whatever, so that he can really control the breathing for a long time. So he again jumped in, but every time he came back, he was getting itching because of the water, the water. So only itching was there, and the news actually went out because the king is going to give reward. So this was going on. Now more people came and they saw, oh, there is glittering jewel is right here, and they were really going down and trying to really get it. Nobody could really get it. That time, once the Narada Muni was really passing through, because Narada Muni can really go on the sky just like that, not like us. Alright? If you really try to fly on the sky, what will happen? You will break your okay, don't do that. So he was really coming along, and he was seeing so many people. Now big crowd was going on. So he came down to see, oh, there is something going on. Why everybody is jumping and coming out, and with the itching and everything too. And he was asking, he came in a human form. He asked, what is this? Is this place a holy place? He said something probably, if I take bath, I will get some, it's a good thing or something. And then the other said, no, we are actually trying to really take that jewel, which is really, see, that is glittering right there. Narada Muni looked at those guys. These guys are fools. He showed, okay, where is the king? Who really gave the order? King gave the order. So the king also came. And they were all there. And Narada Muni asked them, everyone, look at here. Yes, that's a jewel there. Everyone now look up now. Up all the way to the tree. Now they realized there was the jewel. The crowd which took that jewel really put it on top of this tree, and it was a reflection in the lake, which is basically everybody is fighting to really get that one, and meanwhile they get only itching. Do you understand? No real happiness, they are not getting it. Things you have to really look for the God, for the Lord. That is where the happiness is. So, the moral of the story is, everybody is looking at the reflection. This material world does not have any happiness. Every saint says that. Everyone says that. And you should really look where? Up. Not down in this earth. Look up. You will see that is the place where the real happiness is. We cannot get real happiness down here. It is all jail. Okay? We will be taking birth after birth, one after another. And in fact, if you take the summum bonum of our life, it is more miseries and more unhappiness than happiness. Okay? Govinda Dasa wrote a very nice poem, and that's what we are going to sing and then complete the Harikatha. That is, Vajahu Remana, Sri Nanda Nandana, Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Durlabha Manava. What is that meaning? I will tell the meaning first. Just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, who made one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons. Both in the day and night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and cold, the wind and the rain. For the fraction of flickering happiness, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly man. Okay, one should not be miserly members. This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. It is the desire and great longing of Govinda Dasa to engage himself in the 9 process of bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Adasevanam, Vedanam. That we are going to see the sloka also. So now.
Shri
9 process of bhakti? Smaranam va sevanam archanam vandanam dasyam sakyam atmanivedanam sakyam atmanivedanam. The 9 process of bhakti are hearing. Hearing what? Hearing soap opera? What? Hearing? Yes. Harikatha. Without Harikatha, there is no Kirtanam. Because Harikatha is the root of everything. That is why the Shravanam comes very first. First Harikatha. Then comes Kirtanam. Kirtanam is what? Singing and chanting. And then Smarana means what? Remembering. And then Pada Sevana means serving his lotus feet. And Archana means worshipping. And Vandana means offering prayers. And Dasyam is what? Being a servant. And then Sakyam. Sakyam means what? Basically being a close friend, dear. And then finally Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedana means offer oneself completely to the Lord. Okay? Now, this is the sloka for the next week. Okay? This is the sloka for the next week. Okay? So we should have as many mridangas we can have, as many keyboards we can have, and we will make the bhajan the best. Why bhajan? Of gurus, you have Diksha Guru, you have Shiksha Guru, you have Shravana Guru. There are so many gurus. Shravana Guru is what? Harikatha. But there is one Bhajana Guru. Bhajana Guru is higher of all the gurus. Even the Diksha Guru. You understand? Gurudev was saying that. So we should do the bhajana. This is what I want to see here. Okay? So you are all learning Mridanga, you are learning keyboard, then harmony will really follow. I am really searching for something. So how many of you are really interested in building a nice bhajan group? Everybody? There you go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.